Good morning and greetings from Northumberland on the 20th of December. Today we can see a grasshopper or a locust. I think the biblical locust was often really a grasshopper insect. And if you're familiar with the story of St. John the Baptist, particularly at the beginning of St. Mark's Gospel, you'll realize the connection between this insect and the saint, because he's described as living on locusts and wild honey. It's not a sort of I'm a celebrity, get me out of here eating trial, but the indication that he lived out in those wild places, living off the land, and from the desert, calling people to a new sort of life. St. John the Baptist is part of that story that leads up to the birth of Jesus and leads up to the ministry of Jesus. Because remember, John's ministry was post the birth of Jesus, but before the public ministry of Jesus began. He was a forerunner. He went before the Lord to prepare his way, to quote the Benedictus. But he, above all, was one of those who called people to a new life. And of course, Jesus calls people to repentance as well. The Greek word is metanoia. It means turn around. It means you're going in one direction and you turn around and you go in another direction. It means you live your life in a Godward facing direction rather than in a selfward facing direction. So rather than a life being set out to pursue your own ends and your own happiness, your life is set out to be a disciple of Jesus Christ, someone who walks with Christ in the way of love and the way of the cross. Our public life at the moment is in a little bit of disarray because people are perceiving that many people are living for themselves and not for the common good and not for others. But Jesus calls us to live for him, because living for him means an end, an ultimate end to selfishness. And it means the ability to live as God's people. So let us remember John the Baptist, the man who lived on locusts or grasshoppers, and remember his call to live in a new way. May God bless us.